Happy Easter to everybody. It is now Easter Tuesday as I'm making this video. And this week, during the break from school, I was supposed to be in Tennessee at Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I'd never been there before, and I was very much looking forward to camping and hiking and exploring the different towns there. But obviously, due to the pandemic, I was not able to travel. In fact, the campground I was going to stay at in the national park was actually closed, and that reservation got canceled right then and there. So whether I wanted to go or not, if I thought it was safe to drive down there, or if it wasn't too big of a deal, the campground's closed. So it made that decision for me, and I wouldn't have gone anyway. It's not worth putting myself in risk and others. Doesn't mean we can't do other things, where we limit contact. I picked up food from people this weekend for Easter. I was able to stop by and see my family through the window as well when I picked up some flowers, these beautiful flowers that are behind me. The beautiful Easter lily and the different colors of hyacinths that I have behind me, and I still have my fake lilies there as well too. Keeps the cat away. I picked up these beautiful flowers from Drout's Farmhouse down in Hamburg, another wonderful local business, so I support them. Picked up the food from Pizza by Molino's that we checked, so again, an awesome thing that they did to get all of our Polish Easter foods together. So I've definitely done some things to, see people, if you will, but I have not put myself or others at risk in close contact or congregating or things like that. So, long story short, I was supposed to be in Tennessee this week. I was supposed to be at Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and I was looking forward to making a lot of really cool content videos there from the hiking and the exploration, but obviously that will be on hold for now. However, I did think about something that I wanted to start, so I have a new series I'm going to do this week instead. I realize at times that I don't always share a whole lot about myself. I'm a little guarded at times, and there's lots of reasons for that. We're not going to get into that per se, but I realize I've started a new job recently, and recently it's been like 9 or 10 months already. I mean, where does the time go? But yeah, I started a new job after working at my previous one for 9 years. I moved into a new apartment. I'm now a full-fledged resident of the town where I live. I've been working with the Boy Scouts for the last few years and different things. So, there are people know bits and pieces and stuff. But, I thought maybe I would start a new series and kind of give you a peek behind the curtain a little bit. So I'm going to start with this week's series on all of my collections. Might be a little old-fashioned. Maybe people don't collect things anymore. I know there's a collections merit badge, and there's a hobby night we used to do with our Boy Scout troop, and it's not necessarily super popular anymore. But I definitely still collect a lot of things. And today, I'm going to start with my big collection of plush/stuffed animals, figurines, whatever you want to call them. But I have so many of them, believe it or not, I want to break them into special categories. I may only get through the plushes this week, and then we'll have to continue the series the next week into something different. But just looking right now at a specific brand of plushes, we're going to look at I got them right here, Mickey Mouse plush figurine. So join me if you're interested in learning more about me and taking a look at my vast collection, only some that I've chosen today, of my Mickey Mouse plushes. So I don't really have any plan for how I'm going to exhibit these, or they're not going to be categorized in a certain way. Large ones, small ones, classic ones, ones I got most recently. I'm just going to go through some of my favorite ones that I have. I have a lot more than this that are Mickey Mouse ones, but sometimes they start to look not as unique as the ones that I have chosen today. But we're going to start with this one right here. This is my, pilot here. My Rebellion pilot. You might even say a Jedi pilot, if you will, if it wants to be Luke Skywalker. He even has his little helmet here with the Jedi logo on there, right? This is Pilot Mickey, and I got this at the parks, of course, and, it's a pretty good one. I think my brother might have actually even gotten it for me for Christmas one year. It's a pretty great one. I really think it's cool. He's holding on to his helmet here. He looks pretty movie authentic for the most part from the Star Wars films. And now that Disney owns Star Wars, it's kind of a neat collectible. It is from the Disney parks, like I said. I have all the tags on them, so I know where they came from. I have never cut those off. He's got his boots here, looking pretty good. Actually got the helmet. Nice detail on the helmet. It's soft. It doesn't fit on his head, obviously. He's just holding it. He's got his his pack here for all of his respirators and all sorts of different things. So when he goes into the X-Wing as he's flying it. So this is my X-Wing pilot, Jedi pilot, if you will. Well, let's just go with X-Wing pilot. This is my X-Wing pilot for the Rebellion, Mickey. I tend to like Halloween a lot, and so I have two ordered to show here right now. Two Halloween-themed Mickey Mouse plushes. So I have Vampire Mickey here. I like this one a lot. Kind of see his little fangs there. Got a little spider. You know, you might want to call it a bolo or a tie or a brooch on there. Nice cool vest, striped pants, this really cool cape, and it's got a nice design on the inside. You can see his vest. I just think this one looks really, really great. Especially for Halloween time, I put them up around the house when I'm decorating, and you know, this is just a really nice one. Now I said I have two, right? Now the second one I have is this one, which is kind of just like the party host, if you will, or from like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party or something like that. He's got his little treat bag here, so we'll put this Vampire Mickey aside for the second. He's got his cool little pumpkin here with his own face on it that you could, you know, probably even buy in the park. It says Trick or Treat. This cool hat, you know, this really neat sort of display. Now this one, I may have this incorrect, but one of these came from Disneyland and one of these came from Disney World. I think this is the Disneyland one. I don't know for a fact anymore. I don't keep that good of notes anymore. They're both from the park. I think I got this one at Disneyland, and this one I got in the Orlando airport when I was there one year at the store there, right in the Orlando airport, my favorite airport with that great airport there, the Disney store. I wasn't going to Disney World during that time, but I was there at the same time of the year. So I think that's how I accumulated these ones or acquired these ones. But regardless, I think these ones both look really neat, especially for Halloween. They're a little bit different, so they're not the same. And I really like these two. So these are two of my Halloween Mickey Mouse plush figures. Now, I've done a lot of different things. I've been to the parks and things like that, but I've also been on 3 Disney cruises. One to Alaska, one to Hawaii, and one to the Bahamas. And so, of course, I have my Captain Mickey of the Disney Cruise Line. Even has that nice Disney Cruise Line tag there figure. So this is a nice little commemorative item for myself here. For he's got his epaulets that you can see, so being the captain of the ship. He's got his hat with a nice little Disney Cruise Line logo on there. His nice white sailor pants, nice smile. I really like this one a lot, so I hold on to this one. Haven't been on a Disney cruise in a while. Don't know when I will ever get on one again, especially with everything going on. I'd like to. They're a lot of fun. The food's always great. The entertainment is good. I've met some great friends on the Disney cruise that I'm still friends with. On my very first cruise I went to, which was probably about 10 years ago now. The way they do the dining on the Disney cruise is that they assign you to a table, and it's called rotational dining. So you'll move to the different restaurants each night of your cruise, but you will stay with your same serving team, so your waiter and stuff like that will move with you, and the other guests that are at the table with you. So I met some really good friends there from New Jersey on my very first cruise to Alaska, and we're still friends to this day. We play fantasy football together. He was in town last year, I believe it was, and we were able to get together a cheesecake factory. Hadn't seen him in a long time. He's since had a child, and it's awesome. So I've made some good friends even on the Disney Cruise Line. I even sat with a cast member the one time, and we're still friends at this point. So Disney Cruise Line's a lot of fun. I've been on cruises with my family. I took just my dad to Alaska, and I paid for that myself about 10 years ago. And then my mom and my dad and I, we went to Hawaii on a longer cruise, which was very nice. And then I've been to the Bahamas with my girlfriend. So all pretty nice, but it's been a long time. And I would love to get back to Castaway Cay, just be on the ship, listening to the horn, having the food, watching the movies from the pool, riding the aqueduct and all the different little rides they have. But for now, Captain Mickey will have to be enough. I don't just have small ones, you know, the ones you're seeing there. I also have very large ones. So we're going to take a break from some of the smaller ones and look at one of the big ones here. So I have this giant Sorcerer Mickey. Now this was given to me either for Christmas or my birthday. I don't remember which one. It's one of those two though. By my former assistant director Rory at my previous job, who gave this to me. He knew I was such a big Disney fan, and I had this beautiful now Sorcerer Mickey. And I love Sorcerer Mickey. I love Fantasia. I love anything about this. This one's just really great. So you got the tall hat here with, Merlin's hat, his wonderful robe, the rope to tie it all together, his pointy shoes, right? Got his shorts on underneath. It's really, really great. And especially, how I acquired this one is always nice. This wonderful gift I got from my good friend. We haven't worked together in a long time now. We've both gone and moved on into different things. He's also gotten married and he has young children. And so I'm very blessed to have known him and worked with him for the time that I did. And this is one of those things when I look at, I remember. So this is my Sorcerer Mickey. Much bigger than, let's see, here's Captain Mickey. So you can see, much bigger. Much bigger. So we'll see a few more of these in a little bit. Sorcerer Mickey. Soft too, real soft. This one's real, especially this robe, really soft. So, Sorcerer Mickey. Alright, so we looked at a large sized one with the Sorcerer Mickey. Now we're going to look at a medium sized one. Here's my medium sized Mickey from the California Adventure Food and Wine Festival 2019. He's got a little piece of cheese there on his fork, his apron. Alright, he's kind of in the design of the new Mickey Mouse shorts, which I love. I love that. But for comparison's sake, here's my medium-sized one, and here's my small sort of, I don't want to say miniature, because that's not what they are, but sort of my, handheld size one. So you can see, not quite as big as, say, my Sorcerer Mickey. So there's that. And then, here's X-Wing pilot, so you can kind of see the difference in size. Okay, so looking at this California Food and Wine Festival, I got this in 2019 in California for a conference in the LA Convention Center for work, and then I stayed afterwards to take my vacation. I had my siblings living out there at the time, and I went with my brother. My brother at the time was working for Walt Disney Imagineering, and so we were able to go to this, and what it is, it's a nice festival in California Adventure, and I bought a little we'll call it a lanyard that had some coupons on there, and then you went and you got to try different foods and things. It was all a nice little food festival as well, and we went to the park. So I picked this one up to remember it. I love it. He's holding a little piece of cheese on his fork, got this nice apron, and he looks like the new shorts. He even has his tail and his yellow shoes. So it's my medium-sized Mickey, and we've now seen 3 different sizes. And this one, of course, I got with my brother. He no longer works for Imagineering. He has since moved on and done something else. But I have this from that time, which was a lot of fun. Now, speaking of California Adventure, I have this larger sized one. It's not quite as big as the Sorcerer Mickey, but he's definitely a large sized plush of Conductor Mickey. So when they redid California Adventure, he created it to be like old school California, like when Walt Disney would have gotten there in 1923 or so. And they had these red streetcars, and so this is Conductor Mickey of the Buena Vista Street, which is the street that Walt Disney Studios are on. He's a red car trolley conductor, as you can see. So I had this to remember. It's got this little time clock. The trains have to run on time. And I thought this was really cool. It's that old school style again. He looks like, that original Mickey Mouse, got the pie cut eyes, he's got his tail in the back, but I just love this little, I like trains a lot. We'll see in another video if I get there. We'll look at, another collection I have, spoiler, trains. But this is Conductor Mickey, which I picked up the year they rebranded Disney's California Adventure Park. I was at the park before it was rebranded as well too, so I've been to both parks. In a way, it's been rebranded again too. Now they've added Pixar Pier and things like that, but this was when they did the total relaunch, which I think was in, I know I'm going to be completely wrong, so I'm not even going to guess. I'm going to look it up and I'll add it in right now. So that's when I was there to pick this one up, and it was really, really cool. So this is my Conductor Mickey. Now this next one, I know exactly how I got it and when I got it. I don't even have to look this one up. So this is my Diamond Anniversary, 60th anniversary of the Disneyland Resort. So, Disneyland, 1955, add 60. I bought this in 2015 at Disneyland. So, even has a nice tag with the Disneyland celebration there, the Diamond Celebration, very nice. Got his nice blue on there. This what he would have wore if you would have saw Mickey in the park if you went out to California for Disneyland's 60th anniversary. So I have this little Diamond Anniversary Mickey. from 2015. He sparkles. You can see his vest a little bit. He sparkles. Again, sort of in like that modern look currently that you might see in the movie, with that sort of beige colored face, the big eyes with the pupils, the nice smile, the gloved hands, and no tail. Okay? But back to a smaller sized one, and again, an anniversary one. Nice special one with a nice logo on the back, the diamond anniversary. You can even see the 60 in there. So, pretty cool. Walt Disney World's going to be coming up next year with its big anniversary. So it'll be a big celebration next year. That opened in 1971. So big anniversary next year. Disney World's 50th anniversary is coming up. Remember 25th anniversary with the cool birthday cake? I was there for that. Can't wait to see what they do for the 50th. But this is from Disneyland's 60th, the Diamond Celebration. So we've looked at some theme park specific ones. We saw a large-sized conductor Mickey from Disney's California Adventure Park. We saw the 60th anniversary, Diamond anniversary of Disneyland. What about this one? I like this one. He has his little top hat on and his really nice jacket here. Okay, what do we think? Easter Mickey? Springtime Mickey? Possible. But remember, I said we're doing parks. So which park did I get this one from? I'll show you the tag and then I'll explain. Can you read that? That's right. This is my Disneyland Paris Mickey Mouse. I went to Disneyland Paris when I went to Europe for the Bills game when they played the Jaguars, the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. I went out ahead of time and I did Italy. I did France, and then eventually made it up to England. And while I was in France, I went to Disneyland Paris. Beautiful park. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. I loved it. I would love to go back one day and just explore even more. They're doing some more changes there as well, too. But I'm really excited because one of the rides that I really liked from there, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, is coming to Epcot as part of its rebranding. So I'm looking forward to riding that again. Won't be the same, of course, so you're not going to be in Paris, but at least it'll be here and I can go on again. But this is my really nice looking Disneyland Paris Mickey Mouse. I really liked this. I did see him in a costume very similar to that. There's also a really cool parade there where he was wearing like similar to like a sorcerer's, a magician's costume, but it wasn't the one, you know, from Fantasia. It was more like a purple and a blue and all sorts of stuff. I couldn't find a figurine. I think I may have saw one there, but it was too big to get home. They didn't have a smaller version, but I liked this one a lot too. Especially right now, springtime, kind of matches all the flowers behind me, right? The purple, the pink, the white. He fits in nicely. This is my Disneyland Paris. So we'll say au revoir for now, Mickey. Au revoir, Pee-wee. Mickey, Disneyland Paris. All right, just a few more to go before I wrap this up for the day. One of my favorite movies is Indiana Jones. One of my favorite shows is the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular at Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World. And one of my all-time favorite rides is the Indiana Jones Adventure at Disneyland. So it should be no surprise to you that I have this Indiana Jones Mickey Mouse. So really, really great look. He's got his whip, you know, right here, kind of pulled up in his hand. He's got his satchel, so he can go in and get all the different stones or the idols. He's got his fedora firmly attached to his head, so he doesn't have to slide under and grab it. His nice jacket, of course. He's got his holster for his gun. I have this awesome-looking Mickey Mouse themed to be like Indiana Jones. I want to say I got this at Walt Disney World at the show, but I very easily could have gotten this at Disneyland across from the ride. Doesn't quite matter. It has the older tag on it too, so it has that nice Disney theme parks original versus some of the newer ones that are a little bit more generic. They're not as colorful, so I know I've had this one for a while. No tail, beige face. He's seen some better days. You know, he's starting to crack a little bit down here on the bottom from the shoes, but you know what? I like this one, and so I have a couple of themes with it. I have that X-Wing pilot, and now you've also seen my Indiana Jones one. One more to go. You excited? All right, let's take a look at that last one. Alright, so we have one last Mickey plush we're going to look at. If you've liked this series so far, be sure to watch the rest of them this week. We're going to continue to go through the plush figures and a lot more than just Mickey Mouse. But this last one I have is really important to me, really special. Again, it relates back to my brother, and after he was at Imagineering, he then was transferred to work actually at the studio itself on Buena Vista Street in Burbank. And so we went to the studio store the one day. I always like to look for unique things that I can't buy anywhere else or that are hard to come by. And I, of course, had to look for a plush figure, so I got a large one. And this is my old school Hollywood director Mickey. He's even got his clapboard here, cool socks. He's ready to roll. We're gonna have to do a nice breakdown of this one, because this one, like I said, means a lot. So when you look at his shoes here on the bottom, kind of like Toy Story, it says Walt Disney Studios. So this was from the studio store. The general public can't go on there and buy this. You're not going to find this in a Disney store. You're not going to find this in a park. This is from the studio store. I love that he looks like he's from the 1920s. And how do I know that? Because on his clapboard, they're filming that first important sound picture there. Steamboat Willie, Scene 1, Take 1. Directed by Walt Disney, November 18th, 1928, which is Mickey Mouse's birthday, November 18th. So, well, as I said, Walt moved out there in 1923, and here's Mickey Mouse a few years later. Love sort of the sweater, the socks, you know, it could look like he's golfing. This awesome hat with the little cap on the top. He's got his tail. It's that old school Mickey. He's soft up here, but all the other stuff is very nice. He feels really great. He looks really great, and so it means a lot. So, you know, my brother was able to take me into that store, and we were able to buy that. I think I got this one in 2019 as well. I went to California Food and Wine Festival. I think I bought these at the same time. And this is my last one we're going to showcase. I have a bunch more, of course. Some are, you know, just your generic Mickey Mouse. Some are at my parents' house. I have you know, in particular, I think of one that's sitting on my dresser in my bedroom at my parents' house, which is my Walt Disney World anniversary Mickey Mouse. I have that sitting at my parents' house, so I can't showcase that right now, but you know, when I find it, I'll add it in, and I'll add a spot into this video too. But you've seen a few different Mickey Mouse figures. I think there were 11 in all that I showed. Which one was your favorite? Which one do you wish that you had? Let me know in the comments below which one of these awesome Mickey Mouse figurines that I have, these plush figures, if you will, was your favorite. Do you collect plush figurines as well, too? Do you have a lot of Mickey Mouse collection things? Can't wait to hear. So with that, we're going to put all these Mickeys back where they go. Some on a shelf, some in a box, some go back up as decorations. And we're going to say, see you real soon. Bye, everyone.